Hey guys, it's your guy Paul here today, and today we're going to be learning how to solve equations, and specifically we're going to look at one-step equations. Okay, so I'm basically going to write down, well, let's just start. Okay, so if my pen's going to work, no, don't wait to do that. Come on, pen. Okay, lovely, you're here now. Okay, so let's say we've got x plus 4 is equal to 10. Now, first thing I just want to say, one-step equations. One-step equations are called one-step equations because you only need to take one step in order to solve the equation, okay? Now, here we've got x plus 4 is equal to 10. Now, some of you may be able to easily see this and be like, I know what x is. X must be equal to 6 because 6 plus 4 will give you 10. Yes, bravo. You have actually worked out what x is, which is correct, okay? But there's one thing, it's good to know what the answer is, but it's even better if you show your workings out because it will help you later on when you're going to solve harder equations, okay? So we know for the sake of this one, x is equal to 6. But how do we get there? How do we show our workings out? Which is what some of you may want to know. How do you show your workings out, okay? So this is how we're going to show our workings out. When solving equations, we basically want to have an end result that is basically x is equal to a number, okay? We don't want x plus something or x times something is equal to something. We just want x by itself is equal to a number, okay? So we just want x by itself is equal to a number. So basically what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to show your workings out for it basically, okay? So if we just want x by itself, we need to get rid of this plus 4. How am I going to get rid of plus 4? Does anybody know? Well, I'm not sure. Well, this is how we get rid of plus 4. In order to get rid of this plus 4, what we're actually going to do, if my pen will stop being a nuisance, is we are going to take away 4, okay? So we're actually going to take away 4 from this side of the equal sign, and we're also, whatever we do to one side, we also need to do to the other side. So if we take away 4 from this side in order to get rid of that plus 4, we also need to take away 4 from this side in order to keep the equation balanced, okay? So let's do it. So we're going to, oh my days, my pen is just absolutely playing up. I need to get a better pen, I know, guys, I know. So we're going to take away 4 from both sides. So we're going to take away 4 from this side, and we're also going to take away 4 from that side, okay? Taking away 4 from this side means that this take away 4 is going to basically destroy that one there. So that one's going to get rid of, and that one's going to get rid of. So what are we left with on this side? On this side, we're only left with an x, okay? I'm going to put the equal sign. And on this side, we're going to have 10 take 4. 10 take 4 is basically going to leave me with 6. Okay, now that's how some of you get 6 and be like, oh yeah, that is the 6 I was saying what x is. Okay, so we've basically done it showing our workings. Okay, lovely. Let's look at another example. So let's have x take away 7 is equal to 12. Okay, now again we're gonna kind of do the same thing. Remember what we want, we just want x on one side, so we need to get rid of this minus 7. How do we get rid of minus 7, or how do we make minus 7 into a z-whole? So basically what we're going to do, we're going to do the inverse of minus 7. The inverse of minus 7 is plus 7. So we're going to plus 7 to this side, and we're going to plus 7 to this side as well. Okay, so adding 7 onto this side is basically going to get rid of the negative 7 there, and we're just going to be left with an x, and we're going to get 12 plus 7, which is going to give us 19, and that is our answer there. Lovely, lovely, lovely mathematics. Okay, let's look at another example. Let us have let's say we have 2x is equal to 12. Now, first off, let's think about what 2x means. 2x basically means two lots of x's, or 2 times x, okay? So you can kind of imagine there's an invisible multiplication there. So 2x basically means 2 times x. What's the inverse? Since we only want x by itself, we don't want 2x, we only want x by itself. So we need to get rid of that 2. And remember what that 2 is doing to the x. That 2 is actually multiplying the x. So what's the inverse operation of multiplying? Well, the inverse operation of multiplying is dividing. So since we're timesing the x by 2, in order to get rid of the 2, what we're going to do is we're going to divide it by 2. So we're going to divide that side by 2, and what we do to one side, we also need to do to the other side, okay? So dividing this side by 2, we're basically going to get rid of the 2 there, so we're going to get rid of that 2. We're only left with the x, and we're going to get 12 divided by 2, which gives us 6, okay? So you're understanding why these are one-step equations, because we only need to do one thing to it. Okay, let's look at another example. So we've got we've got 7x is equal to 21. Okay, so 7x means 7 times x. The inverse operation of multiplication is division. So we need to basically divide both sides by 7, divide that side by 7, and also divide that side by 7 as well. That's going to get rid of that 7 for us. So we're just going to be left with our x. 21 divided by 7 is going to give us 3. Okay. Oh, that was terrible. Lovely. Okay. Look at another example. Now this time with division. Okay. So we're going to basically have x divided by 4 is equal to, let's have 6. Okay. So what we do now, it's basically a fraction. So we have x divided by 4. So what's the inverse operation of divide? How are we going to get rid of this divide by 4? We're going to have to times that side by 4, okay? And times this side by 4. Now, if we times this side by 4, we basically get rid of the divide by 4 here, okay? Lovely. So we're just left with our x again. 6 times 4 is going to give us 24. Lovely. Okay. Let's look at a few more examples. Okay. Now, all the examples that we've just gone through, our answers have always been given as whole numbers. Sometimes you're not going to get whole numbers. You may get fractions. Okay. So, for example, we've got, let's see, we've got 2x is equal to, let's say, 13. Okay. So again, inverse operation of 2 times is going to be divide. So we need to divide this side by 2 and divide this side by 2 as well. Okay. So dividing this side by 2 is going to get rid of the 2 there. So we're just going to be left with the x is equal to now 13 divided by 2. Okay. Now some of you may change this into a decimal, but your answer is most accurate when left as a fraction. Okay. Your answer is most accurate when left as a fraction, because if you change it to a decimal, you may sometimes round, etc., and do all that sort of stuff. But if you can leave your answer as a fraction, you've left it in its purest, most accurate form, shall I say. Okay. Let's look at another example. So we've got 3x is equal to 8. Basically going to divide both sides by 3. Divide that side by 3. That's the 3 is going to cancel that out. So we're just left with x is equal to 8 divided by 3. Okay. And you just leave your answer like that, unless they specifically tell you to convert your answer to a decimal or whatever. But you just leave your answer like that if they don't specify anything that you need to do. Okay. So you can leave your answer. So basically what I'm trying to get at is you can leave your answer as a fraction if need be. Okay. Let's do again just a few more examples of one-step equations. So x take away 3 equal to 4. So you need to do the inverse operation of take away 3. So you need to add 3 to both sides. Add 3 to that side and add 3 to that side. That cancels that out. So just left with the x. 4 plus 3 gives you the 7. Lovely, beautiful. Okay, another example. Have x over 3 is equal to 10. So we need to get rid of this divide by 3. So therefore we need to times. We need to times by 3. That times that side by 3 times that side by 3. So that's going to cancel that out. We're just going to be left with an x is equal to 10 times 3, which equals to 30. Okay, lovely. So guys, that is one-step equations in a nutshell, okay? So when solving equations, you just need to think of, I mean, the key things are whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side, and also inverse operations. Inverse operations, you always kind of do the opposite. So you're trying to unravel the equation. So if you see you've got 2 times x is equal to 11 or whatever, you need to get rid of that 2 times. So you need to do the inverse of the 2 times, which is divided by 2. Okay, so that is one-step equations for you guys. I hope I've gone through enough examples. If you want me to say things a little bit clearer, or you want me to do a few more examples again, just leave a comment down below. Beautiful. See you guys later.